Hello, this is Killer, and I am at Bobcat Bower, where my family and I live 365 days a year, completely off the grid. Solar power, our own water, all of that. Today is a beautiful day. Look at these clouds. Might have a thunderstorm later. It's incredible. So beautiful up here. Now I got some things to show you. So here's the fireworks cairn where we like to shoot off our fireworks. We had a good time this year on the 4th. Here's our two puppies. Rella is the older, bigger one. Pepper is the younger one. She takes Rella for walks. Rella can't really stand it, but she gets some good exercise. Look at them. They're adorable. Now, today, here's what I want to show you. I have built an outdoor maze. Or is it a labyrinth? Well, it could be a bit of each. So a labyrinth is supposed to be unicursal, so it has like a single path. So it has one point of entry, one point of departure. This one actually has 4 points of entry and 1 exit. There's some other differences as well. A labyrinth is supposed to be meditative, and I find it very meditative here. However, only a maze is supposed to have dead ends and false paths, and we do have that. So you can call it a maze, you can call it a labyrinth, a little bit of each. Also, this labyrinth has a Minotaur of sorts. I'll show it to you later on, but it's a black bear that we named Minotaur just because he happens to be in there. But I don't think he lives there, but he was spotted. Wearing my gear here, one of my favorite shirts, South Dakota Badlands. Love the Badlands, South or North Dakota. Beautiful, highly recommend them. Had many adventures there. All right, now, which way do we want to go in? There's 4 entrances. There's one over there, one here, one there, and one on that far corner there. We'll go through this one. I consider it the main entrance. I call the labyrinth the Green Boulevard, and you'll see why in just a moment. We're going to try to walk every bit of this labyrinth today. What have I wrought? How much have I built? All right, look at this. It is a green boulevard, nice and wide. It's great to have a zero-turn mower. Actually, I might take a little side route because I just saw a blue jay. Over here, I wouldn't call it a dead end, but it's a little cutout here. And if you look over, there's a seasonal pond. And that fills up in the spring, but it usually goes dry by the middle of summer. This is totally my happy place. I absolutely love it here. It's incredible. Come out here, walk whenever I want. Total privacy. Right there is the grave of Caesar. He was a bird that I adopted that was in trouble, and we kept him for a couple years. His life expectancy was only 5 years in the wild, and when I got him, he was already a senior. He wasn't able to fly any longer. But he's called Caesar because he was actually a cedar waxwing, and when I sent his photo to the kids and they looked it up, they sent back saying it's a Caesar waxwing. They had like accidentally done the S instead of the D, so we named him Caesar. So that's Caesar's grave. And when I come by, I give him a few whistles. We used to whistle back and forth. He hung out. He was great. So I used to mow this area, but it was all daisies, so I decided not to mow it. It was so beautiful. Now the blue jay actually went this way. So let's see if we can come across him. Probably not, but it's worth a try. Here is one of the paths. Ooh, beautiful butterfly. You saw him, yellow one. They're getting me tangled up in the leashes. Pepper has to pull Rella along. All right, girls, let's keep going. Stay close. We do have quite a number of wild beasties out here that are potential threats. Black bear, bobcats. We have one, I'll share that photo with you as well. A bobcat on a trail cam up here. He's like orange and spotted, looks like an orange jaguar, just huge. And the coyotes and even wolves. All right, here's an apple tree, beautiful apple tree. It's another apple tree. Got a little circle path around it, a little cutout. There's the trail cam that got the photo of the bobcat last month. It's kind of a closer set trail. The labyrinth. We're in about the middle of the labyrinth right now. There's a lot of berry bushes, different kinds of berries around here. Blueberries as well. I ate some yesterday. Here's a branching path. It's a lot of fun to have my own private maze. It's pretty incredible. I actually really enjoy upkeeping it. A little cutout here. Wide variety of different types of trees around here, especially sugar maples. I like them a lot. Here's the mossy path. I like it. It's kind of springy underfoot. Different kinds of pine trees. There's a central area. Now, if you look down that way, that's the green boulevard that I showed you, the wide path, why we call it the green boulevard. So I would go towards that entrance that we entered the maze at. This is the exit of the maze. At least we could consider it that. Where some trees kind of started leaning because of the tornado that came through here last year. But that's a long path. We may go down that in just a minute. But for right now, I actually have a trail cam I got to put back. I had to change the batteries on it. I like to keep a trail cam right here. It's a wide open area that a lot of animals come through here. Get some great views. I've had bear on here, bobcat, you name it. Rabbits, raccoons, porcupines, just everything. Got lots of coyotes, of course. But it's also a security feature because if somebody came out to the land from this side, they would probably use that path. And we would see if anybody comes on land, but nobody's ever done that, which is fantastic. All right, it is in place. Now, before we go down this path, I want to explore the rest of the maze with you. Here we come to a split in the path. Left or right? What do you think, Pepper? Let's go right. So you can come to this maze any which way and take a different path on different days, however you want. Whatever feels right. Now here we had quite a few blueberry bushes, but there are other bushes that were starting to block out the sunlight, so they're probably going to die off. So I mowed it once this year letting everything grow back, and we figure we get a lot more blueberries next year. Some nice berries on there. That's the path we just came down. Actually, oh, there's another path up to the Green Boulevard. That's that main course. It's actually starting to rain a little bit, but I'm fine with that. Right here we're next to the woods, and that's where I've placed another trail cam. There are quite a few trail cams on property. And we quite frequently get a bobcat wandering past here. Lots of deer as well, of course. Now, coming through this way, we're coming to the entrance that was on the far right when we first came into the Green Boulevard. The maze, the labyrinth. Here's a little side cutout. Sometimes we play hide and seek in here. It's a good place to hide. Again, we can go left or right. To the right brings us to another trail cam. Now, in here, these trees are called ironwood trees. They're not actually as strong as their name might indicate. And we have some birch trees, just beautiful. I love that white bark. Here's our trail cam. Quite often, or a few times at least, we've had an owl come in here and actually will be eating prey right in front of the trail cam. See all these ironwood trees. This trail cam has also captured a bear, bobcat, all sorts of stuff on it. Come back out. More maze, the amazing maze. As you can tell, a lot of work and love went into building this maze. Most of that work being done by nature, of course. Grass is a little bit longer here, it's a little bit wild because at one point I got the zero-turn mower stuck in there when it was real watery and flooded. That took hours to get out. There's my wife's sunroots. Beautiful clouds again. If we went along this line of trees, we would come to those entrances again. In fact, we may as well just do that. So we just came out the fourth entrance, the one furthest to the right. We originally went into the second entrance, second from the left. Now we're going to go through the entrance, which is second from the right. Here, by the way, is the homestead. And the maze is just across the field to it. Come through here, look at all these berries. Oh, just beautiful. Beautiful. We get June berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, lots and lots of winter berries, which are incredible. You can go out in January and February and they're just bright red, waiting to be eaten. Little side cut out here. Bigger pine tree. Those pups aren't doing a good job. Oh, there's that blue jay. I don't know if you saw him. I wonder if there's a nest over there. I'm going to go closer to him. Need to call the pups so that they're closer. Girls! Pepper! Rella! they like to go scamping, unfortunately. So here we're coming down the Green Boulevard. We didn't do that earlier. Oh, there he goes. Now here's a little side path. And this one actually connects with the first path that we went down. Little open area. A great place for me to set up a picnic table or something. Or just to come sit out here and watch the sunrise or set. And here is where it joins with the path that we first went down. So yeah, it's a bit of a maze. Well, looks like we found a feather. And it's got maybe a little bit of blue shade in it. My daughter likes feathers, so I will bring it to her. One of my twin daughters does. Cassidy, I call her Tracker Girl because she loves to track animal prints. Pepper! Rella! Rella's looking tired. It's pretty hot and humid. Looks like Pepper has a scent. I just have this, we have this, and I just have such an urge to share. I think it's incredible beauty. Hate to keep it all to myself. I hope you guys enjoy seeing it. All these flowers. Purple, yellow, white. More berries. I think there's some blueberries here. Yeah, so most of these are not ripe, but this is a blueberry plant. Again, unripe blueberries right there. Oh, there goes a bird. But this is basically a dead end, or you could call it a trail cul-de-sac, whatever you want to call it. Which would mean that this is a maze, because only a maze has dead ends apparently. However, a maze requires problem solving. You don't really need any problem solving to get through this. Whereas a labyrinth is supposed to be meditative. And when I come out here, it is quite meditative. Very relaxing. More berries. Here's that central area. This is like the intersection. So it has the Green Boulevard back there. Has that trail, which is kind of along the forest edge. This is along the forest edge as well. Has the mossy path trail that we first came down. And this is the actual exit. I wonder if we should go down there. Let's go down the exit path. Why not? Who's going to stop us? Now, when we first moved here, this tree was not like this. But I kind of like that it's like this now. It's leaning, it's supported by the other trees, and it creates a natural tree archway that I can walk through. We can walk through. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Branches are just above my head. Wonderful. Now let's go down along the trail. So technically I would say we're out of the Green Boulevard maze, as I would call it. But this is the exit. And there's a great way to get on and off the property on foot. And you see how the woods changes around here. Once you're in the woods, it's nice and shaded, taller trees. It kind of has like a magical, mystical feel. I love it. Here's a little mud pit area. Go around it. And this is all our property. I never imagined growing up that I would ever own a place like this. Both my wife and I, we had exposure to farms and some farm living. We didn't live on farms, but our grandparents did. We get to visit often. I'd be with my grandma sometimes for a few weeks or even a month during the summer and help do chores. But it wasn't like a true farm. It didn't really have, cows and whatnot. It's more just, in the deep country. I think she had like 160 acres. Quite a bit of that was farm, but she also had a creek back there and lots of woods. And we had so much fun as kids. Felt like that was part of my development, and we wanted that for the kids, some of that, country feel. Step outside and just go have adventures and do whatever you want. Look, just beautiful. Beautiful trees. Beautiful canopy. And the smell, oh my gosh. The smell of green life and nature. It's wonderful. It's still all bobcat power here. Now, I set up a trail cam here because right over here is where another trail cam had spotted a mysterious creature. I'll leave it at that, I guess. Or maybe I won't. We'll just call it a cryptid. We don't know what it is. It was about 6'2", very skinny, skinnier than a human. And we couldn't really tell the color, but it was like kind of like light tans and whites. And it was right up against the tree here. And so 1 second it was here, and then the next second there's a blur going down the path. Just 2 shots of it. In the second shot you can't see anything. The first shot is actually a pretty distant view, but it was something alive that was quite tall and quite skinny that was moving in our woods. Pepper? Pepper! Not sure where Pepper went. Here's Rella. Here's our little bridge. It's kind of funny to tell people we own a bridge. It's not much of one. There's a little creek underneath there. Pepper! Pepper! Oh, I hear lots of crunching. She's probably coming. She's bounding. She jumps up to get a view. Pepper! Pepper! Come here, Pepper! There she is! Yay! All right, guys, let's go back to the maze. Come on, come on. Another trail cam over here. That's the one that saw the woods walker. All right, we're going back. I'm going to turn off the recording for right now until we get back to the maze. All right, we're coming back to the maze. We still have areas to explore, paths we have yet to take. Again, that's the mossy path that we first came down. It was on the outskirts, the edge of the maze. It's a very hot, very muggy day. The girls are getting tired. Here's our spooky old tree. I don't know if you can see it, it's huge. It's like that story for the bear from the Berenstain Bears, the spooky old tree. Some jumbles of rocks in there. It's right here where we've seen so many things, including the infamous Minotaur bear. Also known as Crescent because he's got a big scar on his hip. It gets too wet, the zero-turn mower can get stuck in there. So I once got it stuck a little bit further in, and I was freaked out because how was I going to get it unstuck? I couldn't pull it out, didn't have the strength, etc. So I had no choice. I took the truck and I drove through the maze with the branches like whapping against the sides. I drove all the way here and hitched it up to the zero-turn mower and pulled it out. I almost got the truck stuck actually, which would have been a complete disaster. What would I do then? Get a tow truck out here? I don't think so. They'd be a lot heavier. Took the risk and it paid off that time. All right, I call this bear path or bear poop path. And the reason is this is where we first came to think that we had bears here because we found poops that we took a picture and uploaded it into the internet for identification, and according to them it was bear poop. And then months later we had a bear on the trail cam, none other than Mr. Minotaur. It's a narrower path here. I'm trying to take every path in the maze so you get the full scope of it. Here's just a little circle cut out for fun. I'm trying to record all original path that you haven't seen before. Now we actually were on this part of the path. I just want to show these beautiful clouds. It's just incredible. Oh, nature's so beautiful, and it's so beautiful at Bobcat Power. It's incredible. I love it here. And I want you to enjoy it too. I hope you do. Alright. To the left is that bare path. This time we'll keep going straight. This is along the outer edge of the maze as well. I guess you could say it's the east side. Here's another path I stopped maintaining because it gets real watery pretty darn quick. Alright, I think we will go up this path. I think these are June berries. Beautiful. Hello, Pepper. What'd you do with your Auntie Rella? Rella! They love to scamp, which is what we call it when they start wandering. Here's the apple tree I showed you earlier. Berries, circle path. Foliage arch here. Apple trees, their branches have a lot of spikes, a lot of places for apples to start growing. Beautiful. They're actually, when the branches die, they're really good for burning. They're like full of juice, or they dry up a lot. Something, they go up fantastic. They're great fire starters. All right, we'll go back down here. I want to look for Rella. Rella! These clouds. We could get a thunderstorm. Oh, there's Rella. All right, we're good. I didn't think we should go too far. She probably wants some shade at this point, some water. We'll get home quick. Still along the edge. Oh, look at these beautiful flowers. I love it. It's like that movie. Honey, we bought a zoo. Except here, honey, we bought a wildlife refuge. Thicket. Now, there's this path, there's another path to the left. If we took this straight ahead, there's the daisies that I spared. If we took a right, that's where Caesar's grave is. But we're not going to do those because I think the girls are pretty overheated. So we're going to go out towards the far left exit. Call this Coyote Cove. We'll just quick pop down here. This is a dead end, but it's fun. Every path is fun. Every path is enjoyable. From what we've seen on the trail cams, the animals like it too. It's kind of like highways in the foliage for them. It'll go a lot faster. And there's the dead end. Come on, girls. I bet you want to go home, home, home. And here we come out. And there's the homestead.